vlog number 9 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. Video will also cover a name called Madhu. And Madhu Vidya is a type of meditation that uses sun as an object to meditate. Dependent reality status. How everything in creation depends on something else. Intelligence aspect of Sri Vishnu. So Brahma also was handed over something. What was he handed over? He was handed over some standard operating procedures. What was it called? Veda, Madhu and Kaitaba, two demons actually. And these two turned into the stem, and through the stem reached the lotus flower, where Brahmaji turns himself into a horse faced up to the neck, HAYAGREEVAR. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Glaze Studios oil painting vlog number 9 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a series of weekly vlogs where I am sharing, as I am working on this oil painting with 1,000 names of Sri Vishnu. I am also trying to understand as a novice, to understand the meanings and the depth that is involved within this 1,000 names of Sri Vishnu, and I am sharing them with you on this weekly vlog. This is vlog number 9, which means in the previous vlogs there were names and their meanings discussed. Also, when I discuss it, I try to use tangential connotations coming from other storylines that I know, or also coming from Srimad Bhagavad Gita sometimes. So this is going to be a vlog that will cover names, 10 names of Sri Vishnu, starting with 71 going up to 80. And today's video will also cover a name called Madhu. And we are going to look at that name from two different dimensions, both positive and negative. There's going to be some very interesting storylines behind this name Madhu that we are going to jump into today. I'm looking forward to that because Madhu also refers to honey. So we'll jump into honey today. So let's get started with the names first, and then we'll move on to the stories, honey stories. Starting with the 71st name, Om Bhugarbhaya Namaha. By now, I think we have listened to this name Garbha frequently, and we know that Garbha could refer to womb or something that is coming out of the womb. Bhu refers to the world or Bhulokam or this earth per se. So I'm just trying to guess, it could be a combination that the world is coming out of the tummy. Let's look at the meaning from here. One who has got the world within himself. I think it is similar. So when the stem of lotus comes out from the NAABI of Sri Vishnu, in the stem we know when Brahma also comes out from the lotus flower, and between that NAABI of Sri Vishnu and the stem going through, that is exactly where we believe the whole cosmos resides, the universe resides, which means we also end up being there. So that's the meaning. Now let's look at the 72nd name, which is Om Madhavaya Namaha. Ma will refer to mother, or preferably here in this case Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi Devi seated beside Lord Vishnu, or Madhavaya Namaha could also refer to one who is fit to be known through the Madhu Vidya. There is something called Madhu Vidya we are going to look at. So the honey Vidya, let's look at what it is in a short while from now. 73rd name is Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. This means the destroyer of the demon Madhu. You just said Madhu means honey, and right now you're saying Madhu is a demon. We'll figure that out too in a short while from now. 74th name is Om Ishwaraya Namaha. I think we have seen this name many times now. The omnipotent being. Om Vikramine Namaha is the 75th name, which means a courageous one. 76th name is Om Dhanvine Namaha. Dan could refer to the bow. So here in this context, one armed with the bow. 77th name is Om Medhavine Namaha. Medhavi, I have heard this word frequently. Medhavi could refer to somebody who is intelligent. In this context, Medhavine Namaha refers to he who has great intelligence, capable of grasping all texts. And this is connected to the Om Madhusudanaya Namaha, the demon related Madhu. We will look at that as well. 78th name is Om Vikramaya Namaha. This means he who crosses. Kramana refers to crossing something. He who crosses or transcends samsara. Samsara you can refer to as the life cycle, we can say. Om Kramaya Namaha, that's the 79th name, which means Vishnu is called Kramaha because he is the cause of Kramana, cause of crossing the ocean of samsara by the devotees. I think this is connected to the previous name as well. He is the one helping us cross this life cycle and such. The 80th name is Om Anuttamaya Namaha. Uttamam is being on the higher position. Anuttamam could refer to somebody, I think here also it refers to there is nobody else that is greater than him. So Anuttamaya Namaha. That brings us to the end of the 10 names and their meanings. But it doesn't end there because we now have a lot of confusion about this honey. Madhavaya Namaha refers to one who is fit to be known through Madhu Vidya. Let's look at that Madhu Vidya aspect of it. What is Vidya? Vidya is a name that is referred to often, knowledge, wisdom, anything related to that. Vidya could also refer to a kind of upasana or worship or meditation. And Madhu Vidya is a type of meditation that uses sun as an object to meditate. And this is actually coming from an Upanishad called Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And it's called Madhu Brahmanam. What is this all about? We will not go into the details of it, but let's just look at what it is meaning. It actually talks about something called dependent reality status. How everything in creation depends on something else. Everything is interdependent, everything is interconnected. We are all interconnected. That is the core of this particular meditation. And this is actually the kind of Brahma Vidyas or meditations. There are about 32 and this is one of them. Madhu Vidya is one of them. And meditations on these Vidyas are slated to lead to greater wisdom and awareness. So it's actually to create that kind of awareness that we're all interconnected. And let's get on to a basic level. Madhu also means honey. We know that now. So here, if we can imagine how the honey comes about, the flower basically has honey and honeybee does the job of picking up the honey. But what does it give to the flower? It does help the flower through pollination. So there is some interconnectivity between the flower, honey, honeybee and pollination methodology followed by the honeybee. So this is a very simple network we can think of, and Madhu Vidya actually has a greater significance in the modern world today as the basis of sustainable development. We can, if you for example think of the cloth we are wearing, where did we get the cotton from, who did the dyeing of that, and how did it get produced in this, where did it get produced in this, and ultimately who helped you get it into the store, and finally you have it on top of you. How did it end up, the chain? We can always find a huge interconnectivity. There is so many interesting things that you can start connecting yourself to if you put a minute level of attention to it. I will give you a small homework today. You can pick up anything that you eat, for example, or anything that you consume frequently. Turn the package and look at the ingredients and try to think of, or maybe try to research into, who actually assembled this for you? How did it end up in your hands today? And maybe share your thoughts of Madhu Vidya even before getting into the depth of Madhu Vidya here in the comments. I would love it. So that is about Madhu Vidya. So if we come back to the name Madhavaya Namaha, so he is the one through which the Madhu Vidya, who is fit to be known through the Madhu Vidya. He is the one that has created everybody, that we say. So he has created a web of webs, the World Wide Web. He is the first creator maybe. So he has created a World Wide Web through all of us. Somehow we're all interconnected. And the Madhu Vidya ends up talking about it. So that is the nice, beautiful honey and the honey language and the honey meditation that we got to know right now. So let's look at the next name that was slightly on the controversial side. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha, where we say that he is the one who has destroyed a demon by name Madhu. And this is a very interesting story that is connecting us to also the intelligence aspect of Sri Vishnu, Medhavine Namaha as well. We will look into the story right away. So this is a story that happened right after this creation of Brahmaji. So we see that this Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, we can understand this as a beginning of Big Bang in today's world. So he generates the stem, and from the stem emerges the flower wherein Brahma is created, and he is also handed over the responsibility of creation. How did the handover takeover happen? In today's world, we always say there is something called a standard process procedure. You need to, tell us what to do, isn't it? You just cannot just hand over some job to me. So Brahma also was handed over something. What was he handed over? He was handed over some standard operating procedures. What was it called? Vedas. So he was given 4 Vedas. Those Vedas, you can imagine that they were given out to him in the form of children. And he was given the responsibility of doing the creation and maintenance and everything with the help of the Vedas. The procedures will help him be the creator Brahma, isn't it? He was doing it, but he also got a little bit of, oh, I'm so powerful kind of a feeling. And Vishnuji noticed that. So he noticed that the ego is taken over slightly. So he wanted to teach him a slight lesson. So in the lotus, there were 2 dewdrops. And with his will, Vishnuji turned those dewdrops into demons. One dewdrop was so soft, soft like a honey maybe, and that dewdrop was called Madhu. The other was slightly hard, so he was called Kaitaba. Madhu and Kaitaba, 2 demons actually. And these 2 turned into the stem, and through the stem reached the lotus flower where Brahmaji is seated. They go in, and what do? They want to steal all 4 children, all 4 Vedas. So they kind of play along with Brahma being nice, and Brahmaji thinks, oh, I'm the creator now, I know everything. So nothing bad can happen. So he overlooks what's happening and who are they. Maybe he assumes, okay, Vishnu created me, Vishnu created all these children, so he also created two more maybe. So let them be with me. And this opportunity is now misused by Madhu and Kaitaba. They steal these four children, knowledge, Vedas, take them out into something called Rasatala Loga, that is really underwater, deep underwater, for our understanding, let's say. And then they vanish. Brahma is now unable to create anything. Because without the procedure, how will he follow anything? So he is unable to create, he is unable to maintain anything, he is unable to overlook. So everything goes into a plunge, the whole cosmos. And it's a disaster. Now Brahmaji realizes that he might have misunderstood the responsibilities and maybe, assumed that he can be everything. So he pleads for forgiveness and requests that, he be given back all four children, all four Vedas, without which he cannot operate. They are operational procedures, isn't it? So now Vishnu says, yes, I will handle this for you. But the trouble created is trouble created. Whoever creates trouble is trouble. So Vishnu has created a fantastic kind of trouble that is picked up. What have they picked up? It's all knowledge vanished in one go. So what does he do? He needs kind of a speed and a lightning speed to act on this. So he turns himself into a horse faced up to the neck, HAYAGREEVAR. Here comes the Medhavine, the intelligence, HAYAGREEVAR, horse powered. The horse faced Vishnu evolves, the new avatar evolves to jump right in, take the action. HAYAGREEVAR is not someone who will take action, let's say, let's look into it tomorrow, day after, next year. No. Now, here and now only, in this moment. So that speed and lightning speed and action, HAYAGREEVAR is that personality that is coming out of Sri Vishnu, jumping into the deep down waters and taking out these demons, Madhu. So destroyer of Madhu, Madhusudanaya Namaha, that is the name. So destroys Madhu and Kaitaba and saves the four children. What are they? The Vedas, the scripture, the standard operating procedure of the entire cosmos, saved and handed over to the responsible person, Brahmaji. He is very happy. So this is the painting that you will also see alongside right now. What is the meaning behind all these storylines? This is a very interesting storyline that is relevant even today. How can it be? Anything that goes wrong in terms of conflict, war, we know that people die, a lot of damages happen, heavy destruction happen to nations, but the most important thing that goes away is the roots that the whole society lose. The knowledge, the wisdom of that particular culture gets cleansed, washed off. They move out. When something bad happens, the people, whoever can escape, they escape. They are titled, unfortunately, as refugees. They lose not just their belongings and their dear ones, they also lose their own knowledge, self, because in their new identity, they lose their identity and move on to a new country, new city, new place where they have to start their life from zero. And in a few years, maybe they end up rebuilding their lives in another country. But what happens is that their children or the other generation might miss the roots of the culture if it is not shared along, passed on. Look at the lightning speed that Vishnu takes. This one that is lying coolly on a snake bed takes the stance of HAYAGREEVAR, a position of HAYAGREEVAR, the horse-faced, highly capable, highly intelligent persona that will act here and now and save knowledge. This is a very strong message that we should consider when it comes to protecting the knowledge, value, wisdom, culture, traditions of the entities that are in distress, because without that they will always be called refugees. Unfortunately, they will need a second chance to rebuild themselves and become independent, rebuild their own values and cultures. Whenever things calm down, they should be able to come back to their own land and rebuild everything. And what do we need for that? Knowledge and wisdom. So when somebody takes it away from you, the action must be taken here and now. Jnana Anandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatika Kritim Adaram Sarva Vidyanam Hayagreevam Upasmike. This is the sloka that we say to pray to Hayagreeva. The simple meaning is Jnana Anandamayam refers to the knowledge, and the enlightened being Anandamayam is fully happy, because once you have the knowledge and wisdom, you are the happiest person, because whatever trouble happens, you know how to fix it, because the knowledge is going to help you figure out, or find the right person who can help you figure out. Jnana Anandamayam Devam, that's the God in that form, a horse-faced form. Nirmala Spatika Akritam. So that is a very beautiful, Nirmala, pure Spatika, that is a Spatika stone, looking like a Spatika stone, Spatika Akritam. Adharam Sarva Vidyanam. Vidya, wisdom, knowledge, anything that is relating to the intelligence. He is the Adharam, Sarva, all. Adharam refers to the source. He is the source of all Vidya, all knowledge. Hayagreevam Upasmake. So we pray to that highest power of Hayagreevar to save, protect what should be protected, the cultural values, the wisdom, knowledge of every single entity. Hope you found this useful and interesting. Do share your thoughts in the comments. Looking forward to the next session with you. Until we meet, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated.